Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. Um, October 14th. I believe it's a Tuesday. Yeah, another cloudy day, not warm. It's chilly. It's fall time. It's that time of year where I have to think twice if I really want to go somewhere. Hello, Ken. Yeah, William and Charlie. Oh, it's been an interesting day. Mostly, I was out a couple of times, but the usual just check-ins on computers, making sure they're doing all right, and gives me a chance to go and talk to the owners too that I've gotten to know quite well. So I was just doing computer maintenance today, and came back home, and then there was things I thought I could do, and it's turning out I can't, or at least not, at least not now. Cleaned off my desk a little bit. Got some space on it. Looks a little bit more presentable than what it did. Yeah, long dog chewed you out. Yeah, he can be a little bit direct on that sometimes about blood pressure and blood sugar levels, and which is good, but yeah, I got a dentist appointment to go to on the 21st. Which reminds me, I might not be able to do a live stream on the 21st. If that's at the point, if that's at the appointment that I think it's at, yeah, it's at 2:40, 2:40 on, yeah, on the 2:40 on the 21st. So no live stream that day. It'll be at the dentist at about 2:15, 2:20, something like that. They usually, if they can, they'll take me early. So I just have to work really good on my teeth for the next week or so, get them cleaner than what they are, start brushing a little bit more. Hey, Ski Man. Good to see you here again. Yeah, I haven't done very many videos. I've been just usually just been doing live streams. I don't know. Uploads, I don't know. I'll like I said before, I'll get to them. I'll do them. I'll do uploads again one of these days, but I just live stream is quicker. There. Now I got rid of the blue box or red box that was around the OBS. You have to click on the all side of it, then click, and then it goes away. I hope you're feeling okay there, Ski Man. Hope you're having a decent day. I know this colder weather. I'm not liking the colder weather. It's not too bad yet, but my back is usually, it doesn't like behaving in the winter. That's why everybody told me to become a snowbird, fly down south. Like, yeah, I could do that, but I don't really want to. And I'm not, and I wouldn't anyhow because of the doctor's appointments I have here during the winter. Get out there talking to our dogs. Yeah, it hasn't with me yet, Ski Man. I'm doing okay. It's just I'm starting to feel a little bit of it though, especially at night when I'm not so active, when I'm sitting around a lot, which I really not good for me to be doing that, but I do. So when I try to get up every once in a while and walk around and try to stretch out, because sitting for 3 or 4 hours at night is it's rough on me. So I try to get up and walk around every once in a while, especially if the chat or Zoom isn't busy. I'll get up, walk around a little bit. It's just the sitting alone is what kills me. And doctors have told me for years to not get into the habit of it. Of sitting for hours on end. They said your back will let you know that it doesn't like you doing that. And believe me, it does. It does let me after about 2 hours or so. It'll start kind of just nagging me at the L2 till from L2 to L5 in that area of my back, the vertebrae. They'll start kind of just. It's not a good feeling. But getting up every once in a while and kind of moving my vertebrae around seems to help. So I wish it was sunny today. Speaking of that, I wonder what is our temp. YouTube Studio, you are so far behind. I'm not even going to look at you anymore because I know that video in the studio is well behind from where I'm at. Latency, or they call it, or something. I don't know. 47 degrees, and according to AccuWeather, it should be raining. Gets any colder, it's not going to be raining, it's going to be snowing. Occasional rain and drizzle. And this says we're going to have a high of 51. Brr. No wonder I'm not feeling quite right today. I knew it was going to do something. I woke up this morning, it's just do my normal stretches. I go up, then I cross my arms, and when I cross my arms, I snap, crackled, and pop from my neck all the way down to my tailbone. That fucking hurt. And my back kind of told me when I painfully got out of bed this morning I was going to have to stretch or do something to get my vertebrae or something to settle back in place. So that's the only thing. I said up, over, and then I went like this, and ouch! Felt it from my neck all the way down. It just kind of like a piano. Keep hitting key after key, just one key after key. That's how my back felt. It just one vertebrae after another. It just kind of ricocheted all the way down. Ouch. And then after that, I was kind of answering phone calls after that for mid morning. So that's what our weather is today. It's not raining now, but according to AccuWeather, well, it says occasional rain and drizzle, so I guess they can get away with it. They do say occasional rain and drizzle, so it's not raining, but there's a possibility of it, and there's a 96% chance of the rain and drizzle, so which is gonna suck because I need to go back out again, and maybe I can cancel it and just I don't know, drizzle I wouldn't mind, but if it's gonna be raining, light drizzle I don't mind. I don't mind being out in that, but hard enough rain, I won't want to be out there. Light drizzle I can deal with. That's okay. I won't mind that. But a rainfall, no. I'll just put everything off till tomorrow. Which again is the outside project that I'm doing and haven't been able to get over there lately like I've been wanting to. So it's been sitting over there, and I got asked about it the other day. I said, "Are you gonna get over there and get that done?" It's like, yeah. I just I don't know when. Every time I have tried to lately, Mother Nature has had something different in mind for me. Like I'm gonna spend the afternoon and get some of that done, and get some of that junk put on the trailer so I can take another load and trying to get that whole back area organized and cleaned up because it badly needs it. But on days like this, I'm not gonna. So yeah, I do want to get it done, but not in weather like this, and been kind of busy doing other things and trying to get other things done. So, and I've got it on the list here of things to do. It's on the list is to go over to Northeast. Get that project done. But like I say, every time I tried to make the attempt to get over there, something else gets in the way or Mother Nature. Oh, it says 76. Feels much cooler though. Yeah, it's not too bad. 76 is it's not bad. We got the nice fall colors here happening. The trees out here are starting to turn their colors. We don't get anything too fabulous around here, but you go around Minnesota, they've got some beautiful areas where you can get some beautiful fall pictures, which I don't get the luxury of doing because that's way up north. And I mean, I could go up north, but like up to the Pequot area and go out in that area, which is probably seems some fall colors, but in the cooler air, colder air, I don't feel like biking as much, so I stay home, or if I need to go somewhere, I hate to say it this way, but I need to kind of call my chauffeur and ask her what her schedule is for the next couple of weeks, so that I can get her back on the list of that I'll be needing her every once in a while, and she'll get paid for it. She knows she's not worried about that because she called me or she saw me yesterday on first floor. And she said, "You gonna need me anything for anything today or tomorrow?" And I said, "I doubt it, but come probably Wednesday, probably." Yeah, I was there's a few other people around here that I've asked them. I've told them that this one guy's yard needs to get done because the city's gonna come after him, and I'm kind of afraid to go over there and just kind of start mingling around because. He's told me to go over there and he said, well, if you need something that needs done, come over here and do it. But I don't want to be over there and then the city happens to stop over there. And I don't really want to go over there. And that's half the reason why I don't, because I know he's going to get in trouble with the city and the city's going to talk to him. And I really don't want to be there when they show up. They're going to look at me and say, are you responsible for any of this? No, I don't know any of this. He does. They'll want to talk to him, but I don't want to be there when that happens because he's been warned before about it once that they have to come back and talk to him, that the second conversation is not going to be too pretty. And I happened to be there when the guy was standing there talking to him. That they kind of told him that he was told before to do something about it. They said, "Yeah, I will." And he has done a little bit of it, but really, he needs to take care of that front yard. That's what they're after him about. Get this shit off the front yard and they'll quit bugging him. This front yard kind of looks ugly right now because he's got all the junk and everything in his front yard, and they're kind of telling people that you can't do that anymore. They're saying it might be your front yard, but it's something we have to look at, so your crap on your front yard has to leave. And he's kind of arguing the point that he's lived there for 27 years. He's never been told that. And he said, well, we've been slowly going around to people, kind of cracking down on that. Now it's your turn. And they've talked to him once already. He's just not really taking him seriously enough that they're going to come back. And when they come back, he's not going to like what they're going to say. And I told him the other day, I said, Terry, you've got to get this shit done. But yeah, I know. Yeah, but you're not doing anything about it. And I really don't want to feel like being over here and the city stops over here. Because they're going to look at me. And he said, yeah, and Terry looked at me. He said, I don't know why he looked at you. He said, is you responsible? He said, no, I don't know any of this. He does. That's why I talked to you. And he said, you just happened to be here and you were he went by you as he walked in and that's why he asked you. But yeah, he knows he needs to get it done. He's just not doing it. And why he isn't, I don't know. Got my, whatever you call these things again, for selfie sticks, for GoPros or cameras. I don't know, one of these days I might go out in the morning. So I've been getting up early in the mornings for some reason. Up at 7:52 this morning is when I woke up. And that's kind of pissed off because I don't like waking up that early. But I don't like waking up at 11:30 or 11:45 either. I like to wake up around 8:30, 9 o'clock somewhere. Maybe 9:15, but usually Mother Nature doesn't let me stay in bed that long. Usually about 9, a little bit before 9, a little after. I get bugged and I get bugged and I get bugged. It's like, hey, fine. I'll go take care of that problem. Stephanie's nephew. Her neighbors have a Ford Expedition buried in their front of their house. Yeah, see, the city here, Brainerd, they won't let you do that anymore. They don't want that kind of garbage sitting in your front yard. And there's another guy I know, and He's still pissed off at the city, even though his front yard looks, technically it looks better, but he had all of his junk and everything sitting in his front yard. He had a vehicle sitting up there. He had old ladders. He had 2 barrels sitting out there. He had just all of his junk sitting out there, and he wasn't really mowing it. I mean, he was trying to keep up with the mowing, but again, he was kind of busy working, and so through the years, things just kind of accumulated. And instead of taking it to the backyard and taking care of it like he was supposed to, late at night, he would just take the stuff and throw it off the truck, and it would be in the front yard. And he said, "I'll deal with it later," which half the time he never did. He just sat there and the shit started accumulating. And I said, "Man, you got to do something about this." He's like, "Why? It's my property. I own it." "Yeah, but." And back then he looked at me and said, "Yeah, don't butt me." I said, "Okay, fine." What was it? About 6 months later, after that next spring, he did get a letter from the city. Said they drove by twice, and they'd appreciate it if he'd take care of the front yard and get the vehicles off the front yard. That they've told him once. They looked up, and neither one of us remember that one. But according to the city, he was told to get the vehicles off the front yard once already. And all the other stuff that he's been accumulating for the last year or so needs to go. And he's got so many days to get it done. So he got it done, but that was a year or two ago we did that, and he's still pissed off at the city. I still go visit him once in a while, and he's still not happy. So all that shit that I had to get rid of because the city didn't want to look at it anymore, stuff sitting on my property. It's like your property is sitting within the city of Brainerd. The city of Brainerd can, if they want to, they can have the desire to doing such a thing. They can. I'm not really in agreement with it. I'm just I just told him. I said I know what they're doing and I know why. They're trying to pretty up Northeast instead of having all these yards that have vehicles and junk in their front yard. The city of Brainerd just doesn't want it. And he's still to this day, really, he doesn't understand. He's still kind of griping about it. Not as much as he used to, because his wife is slowly knocking him on the head, knocking him down a little bit, telling him to shut up. But it's over and done with. You can't do anything about it. Now she just gives him the evil look and just right then and there, he just shuts up. Like, he says 2 words, she just looks at him like, he shuts up. He goes no further. Because she has put him in his place quite a few times about that. And she's been kind of telling him he needs to clean the front yard. She's kind of tired of looking at it, kind of tired of moving things out of the way at night so she doesn't trip and fall over something. She would appreciate it if he'd do something about the front yard. She's been telling him that for 6 years, 7 years almost. And finally the city stepped in and told him that if he doesn't do something about it, they will, and they'll charge him for it. And then that's the other thing, he got mad. And then they're going to come and steal my property, take it right off my front yard. Again, my front yard. And again, I looked at him and said, your front yard that is sitting within the city of Brainerd. And the city of Brainerd, he looked at me and said, shut up. Okay? And why don't you quit griping about it? Because his wife has told me many times she's getting tired of him bitching about it. And he has. He gripes about it once in a while here and there, but really not that much anymore. He's still griping. It took him forever. It took him forever to get to the other people in his neighborhood. It seemed like he was the one getting picked on. Which he wasn't, because that next summer after that, 2 houses down from him, that next summer, the 2 houses down from him on the left side, they got told that they have to clean up their yard. And you could hear that argument from Terry's house. That guy was yelling at him. Finally, the city called the police, and 3 cop cars showed up. And I guess after that, the guy shut his mouth, and he said, "Yeah, whatever, he'll do it." But it took 3 cop cars to show up before he finally decided to agree with what they told him. Because he was saying he didn't have to frickin' do this or frickin' do that. He doesn't have to frickin' listen to him. And they're all frickin' idiots. They get off his frickin' yard before he The guy pointed at him and said, "Shut your mouth." And the guy said, "No, I don't have to shut it." And I said, "Oh, God, he's..." Me and Terry just looked at each other and, the cops are going to show up. He said, "Yep." 5 minutes later, sure enough, 3 cop cars showed up. Well, first 5 showed up, then two left, but there's like 2, 4, 5 officers. It took him like 5 minutes to calm him down, and he finally agreed to it, and now his yard is nice and pretty. Not that he wants it that way either, but his yard looks acceptable. So I don't know if you guys have that problem in your city. If you leave it a mess, that you'll get a letter from the city. I don't know if any of you have gotten a letter from the city. I know my friend Jackie and Brett have. They had that camper sitting out there, that RV that they finally came and got rid of. Actually, I think the people they're renting the house from finally called the towing company and came and got it. Oh, your friend's lawn needs help. Oh. I don't know. I didn't do that too many mowing of lawns this year. Seems like every this year, these other older people, there are people in their 60s and their older 50s and 60s. Seems like they have their nephews or their family coming and doing it, which I understand. They don't want to pay me to come over and mow their yard for the price that I do. I think it's kind of expensive. But it's the going rate, because I've asked other people what they charge for mowing a yard that size, and they say it'll be about this much or that much. And I've got a list in the bedroom of the size of yard and how much the charge will be for it. Yeah, speaking of Google, they're gonna allow you to now hide the sponsored ads. So that's something I saw on Google, and something on Copilot will now let you go to settings directly from chat. So I don't know. That's the other thing I was thinking about is how much of Google do you, or that Copilot? How much of Copilot do you want to have? How much control do you want to have? You want Copilot to have? I mean, if you tell it to go to settings and start changing things in settings, I guess now Copilot can do that. I don't know. I guess as long as you ask it to do that and it doesn't start doing funky things on its own, which I don't think it can, but I don't know. I've had thoughts about that. It's just crazy things starting to happen, and the funny things, or you can make a movie out of it. The deadly things that computers start doing because of Copilot. I mean, Copilot will do what you ask it to do within reason. I don't think it'll go out and build something that could cause mass destruction. I don't think it could do that. I don't know if you can get it to take control of warheads or anything like that. I don't think you could I think maybe you could, but you'd have to be a good programmer and know how to do things. So yeah, I think it could be done, but I don't know. I've had some horrible thoughts of what Copilot could do if the wrong people got a hold of it, and what they could get Copilot to do. Yeah, there's a few yards in Brainerd that I've manicured. They're nice yards, and the guy that was he was an older gentleman. You know, he obviously was having back problems. He was all bent over, and that's how he walked. He looked, and when he walked, he looked at the ground because he couldn't physically straighten up to look straight when he walked over. So he was all bunched over, and he kind of had to look up like this because his back he couldn't physically straight. I mean, he kind of could, but then I kind of asked him, say, "Hey man, hope you don't mind, but how long you been in that condition with your back?" And he said, "Last 15, 18 years. Been kind of getting worse." Hmm. Jim KJ3N's got a video in 30 minutes. And it's at 2:31 already, guys. Anybody got anything they want to say? Because I'm going to shut this live stream down here pretty quick. It's time to go. It's 2:31. Oh, yeah, it's Patch Tuesday. I don't know. I don't do anything with these Patch Tuesdays. I usually just... I ignore them long enough and eventually something happens. That's what I did with these last two updates. From the last Tuesday's update, I didn't do anything about those updates, and eventually they disappeared. I don't know if they just took the update without restarting or whatever, but I don't see the orange thing for the Windows update to restart and install updates. Oh, long dog. COVID, maybe on March again. Yeah, we go from talking about patches, Windows patches, and then Long Dog throws something in there about COVID. Okay. Yeah, I was just talking about that. The gym's going live here a couple of minutes. That's why I'm trying to wrap this up. What is marching? I don't know. John Kenstow, jeans, farmer's jeans. Thought you gave that up. Gain of function. Okay. Yeah, it was on my phone. Let me see if I can find it. So now I took it off my phone and took that notification away. God, I hate this. YouTube Studio is so freaking behind. Bugs me. Yeah, I know I can't do this twice, but I'm not trying to do it twice. Not trying to start a second live stream on top of a stream. I'm trying to... I'll see if I can find his live stream. And yep, two waiting. A surprising Windows 10 to Windows 11 upgrade prompts a storage upgrade for wife's laptop. Interesting story. Hmm. Well, if that's an interesting story, I'm going to want to listen to that interesting story. Um, so with that, guys, gonna ask your computer guy had a video too. And everybody's talking about enroll that Windows 10 for extended support. I'm not interested in that. That's why I haven't been talking about it. Nobody around here wants the extended support. They're slowly getting it through their heads that they have to move on to Windows 11. And from what I'm hearing, some people are starting to get it through their head that they have to move on, and they finally gave me the go-ahead that if they want me to update them to Windows 11, I can now do so. So, that's what I'm going to do. And then for a few of them, I'm saying, it's about time. You had to wait to the very end, didn't you? Well, we kind of told you we would. Yeah, I didn't think you'd wait this long. I've got two of them. I got my sheet around here. I've got 2 or 3 of them to do. But yeah, anyhow, I keep saying I'm going to close out this live stream, and yet I keep yakking. um, How to remove Visa card from Microsoft account. Delete payment method on Microsoft account. I might have to look into that. Someone asked me about that a while ago. If I knew anything how to delete their account off of the Microsoft account. As far as what, your card? They said, yeah. I said I had no idea. It's funny that shows up when I'm thinking about it. Guide Guru. Alright, guys. I'm going to say goodbye here. Just let me get back to... Oh, there we are. Alright. Yeah, it's 2:37. I'm going to get something to eat. And, you know what? The last thing I didn't check for is Carrie have a live stream today, too? No, I'm not even going to bother looking. Not even going to bother looking. So with that, guys, I'm going to go. Hope you all have a great day. Tomorrow is Wednesday. I will have a live stream Wednesday. And hopefully I can get... Hopefully the things I want to get done, and I can get done, and the things that I was hoping I could do or I thought I could do, I will be able to. So, alright guys, hope you all have a great afternoon. I'll say goodbye to Charlie, John, Ken, Ski Man, Long Dog, John Williams. Yeah, I think I got everybody. Yep, Charlie and everybody. I will catch everybody tomorrow. Hope you all have a great day, and till then, see you later. Bye for now.